Do you ever find yourself waking up in the quiet hours of the morning? A tiny whisper of worry creeping into your thoughts. It's a whisper many of us hear as we get older, isn't it? The quiet fear of losing our independence, of no longer being able to manage on our own. Or worse, the fear of becoming a burden to the very people we cherish most. It's a natural concern, a painful reality that many face. Seeing loved ones struggle, or perhaps feeling a bit less capable than they once were. The idea of relying entirely on others for the simple things, for our daily needs, can feel like a heavy weight. But what if I told you that the path to a vibrant, independent life well into your 80s and beyond isn't a secret reserved for a lucky few, but rather a collection of wise, practical choices that are within reach for all of us? I'm 82, and I live a full, active life, completely on my own terms. I manage my home, my finances, my social calendar. And yes, I still bake my famous apple pie for my grandchildren. And here's the key. I'm not a burden to anyone. I truly believe that by understanding a few fundamental principles, you can carve out a life of continued independence and joy. In this video, I'm going to share 7 wise secrets that have guided me. Secrets that can help you maintain your autonomy and well-being, ensuring you continue to live life on your own terms. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. A powerful truth that often gets overlooked. So, how do we keep that independence flourishing? That feeling of capability strong? As the years roll by, it starts with something incredibly fundamental. Something we often take for granted: our ability to move our bodies. That's our first wise secret. Keep moving, even a little. Now, I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting heavy weights here. What I mean is consistent, gentle movement. Think about it, our bodies were made to move. And when we stop, things start to stiffen up, muscles weaken, and our balance can falter. These are the very things that make it harder to do daily tasks, reaching for a mug in the cupboard, getting up from a comfy armchair, or even navigating a crowded supermarket. When we lose that ease of movement, that's when we start needing more help. And that's when the feeling of being a burden can begin to creep in. My days always start with a gentle stretch. Even before I get out of bed, I'll stretch my arms and legs, just waking up those sleepy muscles. Then, later in the morning, I make sure to go for a walk. It doesn't have to be far. Sometimes it's just around my garden, feeling the sun on my face. Other days, I'll walk to the local corner shop for a newspaper, or even just pace around my living room if the weather isn't cooperating. The key is consistency. A little bit every day is far better than a lot once a week. I've found that even simple chair exercises, like lifting my legs or doing arm circles while watching the news, make a huge difference. These small movements build and maintain the strength in my legs and core, which is vital for preventing falls. Falls are one of the biggest threats to independence for seniors, aren't they? A bad fall can set you back for months, sometimes years, and might even lead to needing constant care. By making sure your body stays strong and flexible, you're actively reducing that risk. You're making sure you can safely get up from the floor if you do trip, or that you can catch yourself before you fall in the first place. This allows you to continue doing your own shopping, fetching things from higher shelves, and simply moving around your home with confidence. It's empowering to know your body can still carry you through your day without constant worry or reliance on someone else's arm. Beyond just moving our bodies, what we put into them is just as vital for maintaining our independence and vitality. That leads us to our second wise secret: nourish your body wisely. Think of your body as a finely tuned machine, and food as its fuel. If you put in low-grade fuel, it's not going to run efficiently. Is it? As we age, our nutritional needs change. We might not need as many calories, but we absolutely need more nutrient-dense foods. This means focusing on real, whole foods that give us energy, keep our bones strong, and support our brain function. The thought of needing help with basic tasks like cooking or remembering to eat can be daunting. Eating well means you have the energy to tackle your day, the mental clarity to make decisions, and the physical strength to avoid issues that could limit your independence. For me, nourishing my body wisely means a few simple things. Firstly, plenty of fruits and vegetables. I try to eat a rainbow of colors every day. Bright berries, leafy greens, colorful bell peppers. These are packed with vitamins and antioxidants that keep my cells healthy and my immune system strong. Secondly, lean protein. As we get older, we tend to lose muscle mass, and protein is essential for maintaining it. I include things like chicken, fish, eggs, beans, and lentils in my meals. A nice piece of baked salmon with some steamed broccoli or a hearty lentil soup is not only delicious, but incredibly beneficial. And thirdly, healthy fats. Things like avocados, nuts, seeds, and olive oil are wonderful for brain health. They help keep my mind sharp and focused, which is crucial for managing my daily life without needing reminders or assistance. And of course, staying hydrated is absolutely non-negotiable. I keep a glass of water nearby at all times and sip throughout the day. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, confusion, and even falls, all of which chip away at our independence. By making mindful choices about what I eat and drink, I'm investing in my physical and mental resilience. It means I have the energy to do my gardening, the mental clarity to pay my bills online, and the strength to enjoy a long walk with my grandchildren without feeling utterly exhausted afterwards. It's about feeling vibrant and capable, not drained and reliant. Now that we've talked about keeping our bodies strong and well-fed, let's explore how we keep our minds just as sharp and engaged. That brings us seamlessly to our third wise secret. Feed your mind constantly. Just like our bodies, our brains need regular exercise to stay sharp and nimble. If you stop using certain muscles, they atrophy. Right. The same goes for our cognitive abilities. Many people worry about memory loss or mental decline as they age. And that's a very real concern when you think about staying independent. The thought of not being able to remember important appointments, manage your medications, or even follow a conversation can be incredibly distressing. It's a road that often leads to needing significant support and can truly make one feel like a burden. But the good news is that our brains are remarkably adaptable, and engaging them in new ways can help keep them robust. What does this mean in practice? It means embracing lifelong learning and challenging your brain regularly. It could be something as simple as doing a daily crossword puzzle or Sudoku, or playing strategy games that really make you think. For me, I love to read. I always have a book on my bedside table, and I make sure to read things that aren't just light entertainment, but also things that make me ponder or learn something new. Lately, I've been fascinated by history, and I'm always discussing the latest historical documentaries with my friends. Another wonderful way to feed your mind is to learn a new skill. Have you ever wanted to learn to paint? Or play a musical instrument? Or even just knit? Now's the perfect time. Learning something entirely new forces your brain to create new neural pathways, which is fantastic for cognitive health. Or consider joining a book club or a discussion group, engaging in lively conversations, debating ideas, and sharing your opinions keeps your mind active and ensures you're processing information and responding thoughtfully. Maintaining these cognitive functions allows you to manage your own affairs, make informed decisions about your health and finances, and remain an active, contributing member of your family and community. It truly gives you the confidence to navigate life's complexities without feeling like you're losing your grip. And certainly, without needing someone else to constantly remind you of things or make decisions for you. Now, it's easy to think of independence as doing everything alone, as a solitary journey. But true independence actually thrives on connection. And that leads us to our fourth wise secret. Cultivate strong connections, but not dependence. It might sound a bit contradictory at first, this idea of independence through connection. But hear me out. Human beings are social creatures, and isolation can be incredibly detrimental to our mental and physical health. Loneliness can lead to depression, anxiety, and even accelerate cognitive decline. If you're isolated, if you don't have people you can call upon for a chat or a small favor, that's when you might find yourself in situations where you truly do become a burden when a real need arises. Having a robust social network means you have people who genuinely care about you, who you can confide in, and who can offer support when you genuinely need it. Not because they're obligated, but because they want to. For me, cultivating strong connections means making a conscious effort to stay in touch with family and friends. It's not just about waiting for them to call me. I reach out too. A weekly phone call to my sister, regular video calls with my grandchildren who live far away, and a monthly lunch with my dear friends from my book club. These interactions fill my life with joy and purpose. And they also provide a crucial safety net. It's knowing that if I ever needed a ride to a doctor's appointment on a day I wasn't feeling up to driving, or if I just needed someone to listen, I have people I can turn to. But here's the crucial part of this secret. It's about mutual support, not just receiving. Independence means being able to offer something back. I love to bake for my neighbors, share gardening tips with my friend, or even just lend an ear when someone else is going through a tough time. It's about being a valuable part of a community, not just someone who takes. This reciprocal relationship ensures that when you do need help, it's a natural exchange, not a heavy obligation. It fosters a feeling of worth and belonging, rather than the vulnerability of complete reliance. By having these connections, you reduce the likelihood of small issues escalating into big ones that require constant intervention, thereby maintaining your self-sufficiency and ensuring you don't become a burden. Speaking of connections and navigating the world around us, the world is always changing, and embracing those changes can be a huge step towards staying independent. This brings us to our fifth wise secret: embrace new tools and technologies. I know what some of you might be thinking. Technology, that's for the youngsters. And for a long time, I felt the same way. But let me tell you, learning to use certain technologies has been a game changer for my independence. The thought of being left behind, unable to connect with family or access modern conveniences, can make you feel increasingly reliant on others. Imagine needing someone to pick up groceries because you can't order online, or missing out on seeing your grandchildren's faces because video calls seem too complicated. That's where the feeling of being a burden can truly take hold. But with a little patience and a willingness to learn, technology can empower you like never before. For me, my smartphone and my tablet have become invaluable tools. I learned how to use video calls. My grandchildren taught me. Bless their hearts. And now I can see their smiling faces almost every day. No matter where they are in the world, this keeps me connected, engaged, and alleviates any worry about being isolated from them. I also learned how to use online banking. No more trips to the bank in bad weather or standing in long queues. I can manage my finances from the comfort of my own home at any time of day. And ordering groceries online. Absolute heaven. It saves me so much physical effort and time, allowing me to direct my energy towards things I truly enjoy. I even use a smart speaker to play my favorite music or get news updates, simply by speaking to it. These aren't complex, overwhelming technologies. They are tools designed to make life easier and more efficient. Start small. Maybe it's just learning how to send a text message or make a video call to a loved one. Perhaps it's setting up an email account so you can communicate more easily, or even exploring online resources for hobbies you enjoy. The key is to be open to learning. Ask a grandchild, a neighbor, or even your local library for help. They often have free classes or one-on-one sessions. By embracing these new tools, you're not just keeping up with the times, you're actively expanding your ability to manage your own life, access services, and stay connected without needing to constantly ask for help. It's about leveraging modern conveniences to enhance your autonomy, ensuring you remain firmly in charge of your own life and far from being a burden. As we look to the future, taking proactive steps in our health journey is paramount, and that leads us to our next secret, one that ties all these threads together. As we continue on this journey of staying truly independent, there's a vital piece of the puzzle that often gets overlooked until a crisis hits, and that's our sixth wise secret. Practice proactive health management. It's not just about reacting when something goes wrong. It's about actively nurturing your health, staying informed, and being your own best advocate. The fear of a sudden health crisis, a fall, or a serious diagnosis is very real, isn't it? And often, that's when the burden on loved ones can feel the heaviest, when unexpected care is needed, when decisions have to be made under pressure. or when a hospital stay means someone has to drop everything to look after your home or pets. But by being proactive, you significantly reduce the chances of these situations arising, and if they do, you're far better equipped to handle them. For me, proactive health management means regular checkups with my doctor, even when I'm feeling perfectly fine. These visits are not just about getting prescriptions. They're about open communication. I ask questions. I share any little concerns, and I make sure I understand everything about my medications, their purpose, and their side effects. I keep a list of all my medications and dosages, and I always ask for a clear explanation of any new treatment or test. This way, if someone ever needs to step in during an emergency, all the vital information is readily available, minimizing confusion and stress. It's about being informed and in control. I also make sure to attend all recommended screenings, mammograms, colonoscopies, eye exams, hearing checks. These preventative measures are crucial for catching potential issues early, when they are much easier to treat and manage. Early detection often means a less invasive treatment, a quicker recovery, and less impact on your daily life, which in turn means less reliance on others. It's about listening to your body, recognizing when something feels off, and addressing it promptly, rather than letting it fester until it becomes a serious problem. For example, if I notice a persistent cough or unusual fatigue, I'll call my doctor. I don't just hope it goes away. This sense of taking responsibility for my own well-being empowers me. It means I'm making conscious choices to stay healthy, strong, and capable, reducing the likelihood of becoming dependent on others for complex health needs. It gives me peace of mind knowing I'm doing everything I can to maintain my vitality and minimize any potential burden on my family. Finally, beyond all the practical steps, the physical movements, the mental exercises, and the social connections, there's something deeply personal, yet incredibly powerful, that truly fuels our independence and sense of worth. This is our seventh wise secret. Find your purpose and passion. You see, it's one thing to simply exist and manage your daily life, but it's another entirely to live with a vibrant sense of meaning and contribution. When you have a purpose, a passion that drives you, it provides a powerful reason to get up in the morning, to engage with the world, and to keep learning and growing. Without purpose, life can feel stagnant, leading to a decline in mood, motivation, and ultimately, a reduced capacity to care for oneself. And that's when the danger of becoming a burden truly begins to loom. When you feel you have nothing left to give, and life is simply about receiving. For me, finding my purpose has evolved over the years, but it's always been about contributing in some way, big or small. In my younger years, it was raising my children and building my career. Now, in my 80s, my purpose has shifted. One of my greatest passions is gardening. My garden isn't just a patch of green. It's my sanctuary, my creative outlet, and a source of immense joy. I spend hours nurturing my plants, watching things grow, and sharing the bounty with my neighbors and family. This gives me a tangible reason to be active, to learn new things about horticulture, and to connect with others who share my interest. It keeps my hands busy, my mind engaged, and my spirit uplifted. Another significant purpose for me is sharing my experiences and wisdom, just like I'm doing now. I love to talk with younger generations, sharing stories from my life, offering advice when asked, and simply being present for them. I volunteer at my local library, reading to children once a week. Their innocent questions and bright eyes fill me with such energy and a profound sense of usefulness. It's not about grand gestures. It's about finding activities that ignite your spirit, make you feel valuable, and give you a reason to keep moving forward. Whether it's painting, writing, volunteering, mentoring, pursuing a craft, or simply being a loving presence for your family. Having a passion keeps you engaged with life. It shifts the dynamic from feeling like someone who needs care to someone who offers value, someone who inspires, someone who still has so much to contribute. It's this profound sense of purpose that truly elevates your independence, making you not just self-sufficient, but also a source of light and wisdom for those around you, living fully and never feeling like a burden. So, there you have it. These 7 wise secrets moving your body, nourishing it wisely, constantly feeding your mind, cultivating strong connections without dependence, embracing new tools and technologies, practicing proactive health management, and crucially, finding your purpose and passion. Each one builds upon the others, forming a robust foundation for a life of continued independence and joy. Remember, it's not about perfection overnight. It's about making small, consistent choices that add up over time. These aren't daunting tasks. They are gentle invitations to live more fully, more intentionally. You have so much life left to live, so much to experience, and so much wisdom to share. Don't let fear or complacency diminish your vibrant spirit. Embrace these steps, tailor them to your own life, and watch as your sense of autonomy and fulfillment grows. I truly hope these insights resonate with you. I'd love to hear what your own secrets are for staying independent. What practices or mindsets have worked wonders for you? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. It helps me share more valuable content with this wonderful community we're building. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep embracing life. Keep learning. Keep growing. You have the power within you to live your best life at every age.